Former Minister of Special Duties and Inter-Governmental Affairs Kabiru Turaki has strongly denied explosive allegations by Hadiza Baffa, his former protégé, that he coerced her into multiple abortions and abandoned their child. In August 2024, Ms. Baffa accused the ex-minister of forcing her to terminate 8 pregnancies between 2014 and 2022, claiming the fetuses were handed over to his driver on his instruction. She said she refused the 9th abortion and gave birth, but Mr. Turaki contested the child's paternity in court while refusing testing for DNA on religious grounds. Through his lawyer Nasser Saidu, the former minister dismissed the claims as fabricated, alleging Ms. Baffa only turned against him after he denied further financial assistance. Mr. Saidu accused her of fraud, saying Mr. Turaki had spent over 30 million naira settling disputes arising from scams linked to her. He also claimed her mother had originally asked Mr. Turaki to support her education during the Boko Haram insurgency. On the podcast, Mr. Saidu said he was not aware of any sexual relations between his client and Mrs. Baffa, while questioning inconsistencies in her report, including the name of the driver allegedly involved. He argued that DNA testing is not recognized under Sharia law for determining paternity, and dismissed her other claims, including allegations of bisexuality, as lacking evidence. Ms. Baffa, however, maintains her allegations, insisting she suffered physical abuse, inducement of abortion, child abandonment, and threat to life. The case continues to draw public attention, highlighting the tension between legal, religious, and ethical considerations and high-profile sexual misconduct allegations in Nigeria. Typically, Kolawole, you would agree with me that abortion in Nigeria is illegal? And when someone is brought to the front burner to say, get a DNA done to ascertain, you said you're not responsible for this child. Get a DNA to be done to ascertain if you are the parent or the father of this child, if there is a match, and someone sits under the guise of religion to say, I am not going to do that because my religion does not permit. Do you think that supersedes the laws we have in this country? What are your thoughts on this report?
It's such permit me to say a very annoying report, because it just goes to show another day of I wouldn't want to use the word of Christ, but I can't think of any other word, especially when it comes to cases like this, and when it's with women involved, right? And this lady has reached herself, the shame, the stigma and everything, to come out to tell this story, only for the ex-minister to pull up the card of religion and pull up so many other cards that would obviously try to not pen the whole thing on him. And of course, unless it's proven rather, beyond reasonable doubts, it would most likely go scot-free, right? Which is why it's beginning to bring religion into the mix. And aside of this religion has always been, just like the first report I said, it's been a blessing, and also somewhat in a way because people now use it to escape things. Now, there are laws, and in as much as there are laws in literally everything we do, I don't know if I'm still allowed to do anything.
Yes, please.
All right. In as much as there are laws in everything we do, I like to believe there's an hierarchy of laws, and the law of the land, which is going to be the law of Nigeria, is supposed to supersede every other thing. But you find out that in some cases, or every other law rather,
right,
in some cases with some set of people, in quotes, maybe the elites, there will be some special treatment. Right? Because if this was between a normal civilian who is probably not, I mean, we are in Nigeria, we do these things, right? It might have been handled differently, like, oh yes, let's do this. Fine. DNA, I think at this point, DNA is also a thing of choice. But that for me, that even begins to me, it feels like it's proof that she might be right. Because what's there to be scared of, right? If truly you are not the parent. I mean, if it was me, I would even be like, oh, fine, I'll do this, but if it turns out I am not, then you have to pay me for, this, that, and that. I'll bring up my own legal case, if I'm very sure of myself, just painting a picture, right?
Right.
But no, you find out that people either they bring up religion, or some of them would even go to the extent of threatening these people to the cases died off. That is why I feel like our justice system in this country is not solid enough to ensure people are accountable. I'm very big on accountability because I feel like that is one of our problems in this country that has made us not even develop the way that we should. We are a very blessed nation with good lands, good geographical position, and great minds as well. But at the end of the day, we are being led, governed by people who do not want to be accountable, because at the end of the day, they will either try to run away from it, or pay sort of immunity in a way, or at the end of the day, you are being oppressed, to live with your mistakes, like this lady's story is looking like.
Right.
That's a huge allegation. 8 abortions, already abortion is a crime, and she even mentioned, giving the fetus to the drivers. If you aren't aware of that, I would say I don't think someone would just wake up and come up with this. But even if let's an investigation be done, right?
Right, because I mean, she did have these procedures done in hospitals.
Exactly. But of course, no hospital will want to claim that. That's another thing. So it's a tricky situation, especially for the woman. I mean, no hospital will want to relate themselves to this situation, because if they find out an abortion was done in your clinic, of course, you might be shut down. Your license might be revoked. So she might not be able to even bring those.
But isn't that where police investigation comes into play?
That is the point. I feel like that is where they are now the police, the justice system is not supposed to come in, right? The police investigation should come in.
Right.
Lawyers should be to rally around as well to ensure that, I mean, at the point it gets to, the law would also be like, okay, let's do a DNA to confirm this. And of course, when a DNA is being requested legally, he has to pay into that. But already he has brought up the idea of religion, and I wouldn't want to talk about that because of the volatile texture or nature of religion and Sharia laws in general. But I want to believe we are Nigerians and we have a law.
Right.
Until we can put this law above every single citizen, religion-wise, ethnic-wise, tribe-wise, we'll keep having situations such as this.
Right.
Because if someone just comes up and says, "Oh, my religion does not allow it," and there's nothing you can do about it, that's good. As it stands, it happens a lot, and nothing. And at the end of the day, and the legal system just goes void, and nothing comes out of it. So this is another example of that happening.
Thank you so much for your insight on that report.